Hi, ID 427. I'm back. We're going to be doing the closet walls now for Chapter 6, Hotel Suite. And I'm starting just where I left off from the previous video showing the bathroom walls. And you can see that I still have this wall here ready to start to offset to the right-hand side to get all of those closet spaces in. And then we're going to add the main door to the hotel suite bedroom area, which is here. And then I think that's it for our demonstration. So based on the information that they've given us in the text, I added some more dimensions here so that we can follow these and start to create the bedroom walls. And since I have this wall here, my process is going to be different than the textbook, and I'm going to be offsetting all of these other walls with the offset command, and set those up for you based on the 7'3", the 4'6", the 2 foot, and then we know that each wall is 6 foot. I'm sorry, each wall is 6 inches thick. So let's start up here. And the first wall that I want to offset is going to be this one, this line, and I want to set this 2 feet to the right because that's the distance of this first real tiny little closet, which I think is probably the heater or something like that. It's supposed to go in there. So we're going to hit the offset command, and the distance is going to be 2 feet. So I'm going to type in 2 feet, enter, and then select this wall line and drag to the right and click. Right click to repeat the command, or sorry, right click to enter, right click the second time to repeat the command. This time I'm going to type in 6, enter, select this wall, drag to the right and click. Right click to enter, right click to repeat the command. I just keep repeating the offset command, and this time we're going to go 4'6", enter, select this wall line, drag to the right and click. Right click to repeat the command. I'm sorry, right click to enter, then right click to repeat the command. So basically it's 2 right clicks to get the offset command to start again. And this time it's 6 inches. Click the line and drag to the right. Make sure you're going to the right each time. Right click to enter, right click to repeat the offset command, and our final distance is 7'3". 7'3". Type in enter and select this line, drag to the right. I just wanted to offset that to make sure that I have this lined up correctly. So you can see that we have the 7'3", 6 inches, 4'6", 6 inches, 2 feet, and then another 6 inches. So these are basically these are the walls we're going to keep. This one I'm going to actually get rid of again, but you can see that that was the distances that we were offsetting. So let's zoom in here so you can see here are my distances that I just created: the 7'3", the 6 inch wall, 4'6", another 6 inch wall, and then a 2 foot opening and a 6 inch wall. The next one I want to offset is going to be this line right here. So 2'5" down from here, and that's going to get us a line that lines up all the way through. And I think this is the easiest way to do this. So let's go up to our plan here. Offset command. The distance was 2 foot, sorry, I forgot, 2'5". So we're in the offset command, type in 2'5", enter, select this bottom line from this wall, drag down and click. And now we have the location of this wall right here, so we can start to trim. Select the trim command and drag the selection box across, right click to enter, and then we're going to delete these lines, enter. Some more cleaning up that I can do as well. I know that I don't need this offset line, so I'm going to erase it. And then here I'm going to trim away these lines here. So again, trim command, selection box, right click, and work your way in until you have that line nice and cleaned up. I want to leave this one here because this is going to be, we're going to use this to create the rest of the walls here. All right, so enter to finish your command. And we're going to do another offset, 6 inches, enter, and select this line, and we're going to go up, click. So now I'm going to create this opening that's right here in this small little closet area, and it is 1 foot 1.5 inches opening, which is real small, and it is actually offset from, let's see where we can get our number here, from, let's look at this. So they gave us this number 6 inches. We could offset this line 6 inches to get this one. And they also gave us this distance here, which is 1 foot 5.25. I didn't put that in, so let me just put that in real quick. So from here to here is 1 foot 5.25. So that was a given. So we're going to offset this 6 inches to the right, and then we're going to offset it again to the left, 1 foot 5.25. So move back up here. So we're talking about this line right here. Offset command, 6 inches, and select this line and go to the right. Enter. Right click to repeat the command. And this time I'm going to go from this line to the left, and the distance was 1 foot 5.25. So 1 foot 5-1/4, enter, and I'm going to select this line and go to the left. So this is our wall. This is a little stub wall here, so we're going to start doing some trimming to clean this up. Trim, selection box, right click, and I get rid of this line here, this line, this line, this line. Keep that one, get rid of this one, this one, this one, this one, and then we'll go inside and this one. So it helps to work your way from the outside in when you're doing that selection box and you're trimming. So I just realized that I had trimmed away the line that's supposed to be at the end of this wall. So easy fix, just select the line tool and make sure you have your snap on so that you're down here, have your snap on so that you can find the endpoints and put that line back in. Now we're going to create this opening here, and that opening happens to be, see what it says, 1 foot 1.5 from here to here. So again, we can do a little offset. We can offset this little line 1 foot 1.5 inches over. Offset command, 1 foot 1-1/2, enter, and select this line, drag your cursor to the left and click. So if you want to trim just to make it look like a nice little door opening, go ahead and hit the trim command. And if you're just going to select lines, you would select this line and this line, right click to enter, and then trim away these two lines. Right click to enter. Okay, now I want to create this door opening here, and then we'll clean up the rest of these lines. And based on the dimensions in your text, we have 3 foot 0 and 1/2 inches to the opening from this wall. So we're going to offset that wall that distance. So offset command, and we want to type in 3 foot and then a dash and 1/2, enter. Trying to make it tricky on us. And then select this line, drag it down to the bottom, towards the bottom, and click. Our door is 3 feet, so we're going to repeat the offset command and offset this line 3 feet down. So right click to enter, right click to repeat the command, type in 3 feet, enter, select the top of our doorway, drag your cursor down to the right, and click. Let's finish up by trimming away things that we don't need here. So let's select a trim command, and let's select, let's do a selection box around this area here. Click, right click to enter, and then click away these lines and click away the door opening. Right click to enter. Now it looks like what we need to get rid of is these two lines here, and then these lines up here, and whatever lines are in the middle of the walls. So let's go ahead and do the trim command again. Again, I like to do this with the crossing box because it gives us so many more options on what to choose. So crossing box, enter, and work our way in. So let's get rid of, or enter, sorry, get rid of these lines. So start clicking away at the lines that you do not want. And this one goes away, and this one goes away. Now we need to go from the outside in on this one too. So here, here, and then click away these little lines on the inside. Right click to enter. And we have finished our closet area and our bathroom doorway. Or I'm sorry, bathroom walls and our doorways. Our next step is to create the window over here in this area. And so we want to make sure that our midpoint snap is turned on. So go down to your O snap, select the down arrow, and make sure that there's a check mark next to midpoint. If you have that, then you're all set to go. Everything else should remain similar to what is the default. So we're going to draw some lines here. So the line command, and what we want to do is find the center point between this window opening. And I also have my tracking on so you can see the little dotted line. But if you have your midpoint snap on, you're going to see a little triangle right at the midpoint. So we want to select that midpoint, drag the line down, select that midpoint, and enter. So this is the center of the window, and our window glass is actually 1 inch thick. And the way to get the glass centered perfectly at 1 inch thick is to offset this line 1/2 inch to either side, and then erase the line that we used for our midpoint, our center line. So offset command, and here we're going to type in 1/2 inch, 1/2, enter, and select this line and drag to the left, go back, select it again, drag to the right, and click. So you're going to select it, drag to the left and click, select it, drag to the right and click, and you're going to end up with something that looks like 3 lines right down the center of this wall. We're going to erase the one right in the middle. So erase command, zoom in real good so you can pick the right one, select that middle line, and hit enter. Now our glass has been placed, it's a 1 inch thick glass directly in the center of this window opening, and then we'll finish that off by selecting the line command and the endpoints on the left and right, enter, repeat the command, left point on the right hand side, I'm sorry, endpoint on the right hand side top to bottom, enter, and now you have your window done. Finally, we need to do the doors. And the instructions we have for the doors, oh, sorry, we need to do the window on this side as well. So same thing as we did before, you're going to repeat the same process. Line command, you're going to find the center point, I'm sorry, the midpoint from the top down to the midpoint from the bottom, click, and enter. Offset command, our offset is 1/2 inch. It should remember that from the last time that we just used it, but if you've done something in between there, then you want to type in 1/2, enter, select the line, drag to the left, click, enter, or right click to repeat the command, right click, select the line, drag to the right, and click. Then you're going to zoom in here, erase that middle line, enter, and now you have your glass placed in the center. And complete the window by choosing the line command and go from endpoint top to endpoint bottom on the right hand side, enter, repeat the command, endpoint top to endpoint, I'm getting the perpendicular, to endpoint bottom On the left side, right click, enter. So you have your windows in. Finally, we're going to do the doors. Okay, so we have two doors that are 3-foot doors. And I'm going to go ahead and start my door right where it's going to be placed, and then we'll move it and mirror it to get it over to the other side. So we're going to start the door right here at the entrance to the bedroom. Rectangle, and pick this point right here at the corner of the door. Click, drag your cursor up and to the right. And now we're going to type in the distances for the door rectangle, and it's 3 feet. Tab, and then we want 1 3/4 inch thick. So 1-3/4, enter. And here's your door. Now all we need to do is add the door swing, and this is how I do that. Click on circle. You're going to pick this corner of the door and go out to this corner of the door. If it's measured correctly at 3 feet, it should line up perfectly with your door swing or your door end and your wall. Once you have that circle in, remember I started right here, we're going to click on the trim command, and you're going to select this wall and your door, right click, and then you're going to select the outer part of this circle that's not your door swing, click to delete it as a trim, and enter. And now you have your door. So let's copy this door swing and the door, and we'll move it over, and we'll need to rotate it and place it in the correct location for the bathroom. So hit the, going to select the copy command, and we're going to select the door swing and the rectangle, right click, and choose this point here to copy the door. And let's move it over and click enter. We only need one. Next thing we're going to do is mirror, and the mirror line that we're going to use is going to be this bottom of this doorway. I'm sorry, the bottom of the door. But in order to make it accurate, let's just make a mirror line, and we'll start the mirror line here and drag it out just a little bit further than the actual door. Enter. Mirror command, select the door swing and the door, right click to enter, and the mirror line is going to be, we're going to follow the mirror line that we created from this point to the end point here. Click, and click on yes, we want to delete that other door, the one that's going the wrong direction. And now we're going to erase the line that we created for the mirror line. Enter. Finally, we need to rotate this door, and if we rotate it around so that it ends up right here and opens in that direction, then we're good to go. So rotate command, select the rotate command. We want to select both of these objects to rotate together, so make sure you do that, or you can use the selection box around the whole object. Right click. The next thing it asks for down here is what is our base point, and our base point is the center of rotation. So we want to choose this part right here of the door so that it rotates around that pivot. So select that base point, and you can drag your cursor, or you can type in the distance, and it's a 90 degree, or one's 270 because we're going down this other direction. So if you have your ortho on, it will automatically flip it to the right direction. So I'm just dragging my mouse around. I have ortho on, and once it gets into the position I want it, I'm going to click and let it be. Now I can move it. So click on the move command. Remember, you want to select both the door swing and the door. Right click, and the base point again is going to be right here. Click, And now I have to take ortho off. So unclick F8 if you had that on. And then move your door so that it selects the endpoint right there. And now your doors are in place. And that concludes the tutorial for Chapter 6. Go ahead and save your work and turn it in on Moodle so that you can get a grade for this portion, Chapter 6, and I will see you in class. Bye.